So we're not bothered about the cameras?
You can look at them if you want.
Yeah.
We never thought videos would be such a big thing for us.
I think when we did the last one a couple of years ago, things were just starting to happen. I mean, we already thought we had all the success we ever wanted. We'd had 3 or 4 like decent hits, and we was all very happy. And we thought we couldn't go much further than where we was at that time. So I suppose this is all very, very strange and very weird.
He's a big worrier, aren't he, Matt? He
stop.
is the worrier. Determined.
Quite restless.
Generous.
Got a lot of energy.
Kind.
Got Jason.
Sensitive.
I am dead good. Yes. No, do that again.
He's very keen.
Caring.
Determined.
Sensitive.
Bit of a book reader.
Bookworm.
Which bugs me because I'm not a bookworm.
I like to laugh a lot. So a good sense of humour.
He's great on his guitar. I know he likes me mentioning that, but... You're good, aren't you, Jay? You're good on your guitar.
Gee shucks, Howard. Thanks.
Rob is
cheeky.
touches on everything, but not really sort of goes deep.
I'm very clean.
Incredibly funny. Makes me laugh all the time. I mean, look at him. He's just dead funny.
Confident, but not big-headed, hopefully.
Really lives for the minute and lives for whatever is happening, which is a good thing.
Howard's inquisitive,
Modest,
informative,
shy.
rosewood petal, leaf.
That's me.
That's Howard, isn't it?
Romantic, when I can be.
Yeah, he's really, really lovely guy. I love you.
I'm happy.
Thinks deeply about everything. Analyses everything.
Shy.
Sensitive.
Careful.
I think he probably worries as much as me, actually.
And confident.
I was thinking, it's only me and you that are hard in this band, isn't it? I mean...
Hard.
Hard. You've got your, tattoo.
Oh, I was pointing at something else then.
We'll be pointing at that, mate. You haven't got one of them. I've got me tattoo.
Tattoo.
Got my ear pierced. You got your nose pierced. What have the other boys got? Nothing, lad. It's me and you that hold this band together in the hard regions, I'm telling you. We go the football, where do they go? No.
In there.
Cinnamon.
In there.
What do they drink?
Cider. What do we drink? Lager. You're right.
So it's only me and you two holding the band together.
It is.
Well, today, as you see, I took a pet tortoise out for a walk down the canal, right, the docks. I've taken different places, but I've never brought him here before, and he seems to like it. You know, he's having a bit of a glance around. He likes the water. He asked me before, could he go swimming, but you know, I don't think it's a very good idea. By the way, his name's Winston, and he's a girl. Well, she's a girl actually. I think they named him before they actually found out the sex of the tortoise. I think he's seen this apple here, but you know, he loves eating apples. He likes eating lettuce, tomatoes, beans. You know, give him a few chips. He likes them. Likes a bit of the old chippy. It's actually my mother's. I mean, she took him to somebody who knows a bit about tortoises, and he's actually about 50 years old. Because my mum's had him about 21 years though. And I've heard that they don't actually bring tortoises now into the country, because the way they used to bring them in from Greece used to be a bit of a cruelty. They used to pile them on top of each other. But our Winston is one of the survivors, aren't you, Winston? Hey? And you deserve this apple, don't you? Hey? Come on, go and get it. Go and get it. Go on. I don't know why I bother. I think Jay's met Winston. I don't know what he thought of Winston, but to be honest, I'm not bothered what he thought. I think Gary's a bit scared of him actually, because I know Gary met him and he didn't believe that it moved until I picked it up and shoved it in his face. And he kind of like jumped out of his skin. I think they're the only people that I met Winston. I kind of chose this place really because down these canals, because I think it's quite typical of Manchester, you know, the canals that they used to use for the industries, for the mills and things like that. And I like being anywhere near water anyway. I think in my childhood days I never used to actually venture into town. I mean, this isn't that far from the town centre actually, because I think I was a bit scared of getting of venturing about, you know, getting on buses, going places where I'd never been. So I never used to really come into the town centre. I used to go more into the countryside, which was nearer my home address where I was born. There's that great saying, there's no place like home, and there definitely isn't. I think Manchester for me will be the place I will always live. If I get enough money to throw away, I will probably buy somewhere abroad where it's nice and sunny, because it always seems to rain here. I'll always have a home in Manchester, and every time I come home I just get back down to earth, you know. I'm the same person as what I've always been really, but obviously you lose a little bit of privacy, but doesn't seem to be any skin off my back. You know, when I come home I just do the normal things with my mates. I see my family, basically I just chill out, you know, I relax. It's a place where I can relax. I think rather than coming to a town centre like this, because Manchester's quite a busy town centre, I like to drive up into the hills around Saddleworth and places like that, because I think one day I'd like to settle, you know, somewhere in the countryside. I kind of like it. It's very peaceful and I like a bit of peace. I used to go down with about 10 girls, not that I was popular, but about 10 girls and about 5 lads, and we used to, this is when I was about 20, you know what I mean, when I was probably about 10 years old. We used to go on the meadows, the Meddy it was called, we used to call it, near the Medlock River. And we used to take these cardboard sheets and we used to slide down these hills in the summertime. You used to come home with like really nasty rashes on your bottom, you know, because you used to slide off sometimes and your pants used to go down to your knees. You used to get really serious burns. But I mean, them were the days. They were good fun. I keep asking the rest of the lads to come with us one day, but they're not as immature as me. When I come home from somewhere, when I've been away for a while, I usually go around my mates' joffs, because you kind of, a bit like women actually, men, you know, you have a bit of a gossip and that, what's been happening on the road and everything. I usually go there first, and I go and see my family. Sometimes go down Ashton with my brother Michael, and my dad sometimes comes out with me. All I'm trying to do when I go down Ashton is just enjoy myself, do the things that I used to do, and that's what I used to do before the band. we come up with all the ideas for everything, for all the tour. And the good thing is, it comes from us, which is very satisfying when you're performing it on stage. And that was my idea, to wear a skirt. Felt really good, you know what I mean? Felt good, it did, seriously. But that's besides the point. I won't go into detail about that. It felt really free. It felt really good to wear a denim skirt when I did Apache on the Take That live at Wembley. And so I thought, well, why don't I wear another skirt for the next tour? Which I did. I wore a very colourful one, and it was, get away, and it was knitted by me gran, believe it or not. And my gran's a bit kinky actually, because she put a bit of a leather strip at the top here. But yeah, I like wearing skirts. I don't think I'd go down Ashton in one. So have you enjoyed yourself today? Hey? Have you? Yeah, I have as well, yeah. So where do you want to go tomorrow? No, I think we've been there. No. I reckon we'll go where I used to go, sliding down the hills. We'll go to the meadows, yeah? Is that okay? It's your day. I think it's your birthday actually, but I'm not quite sure, but... Yeah, alright, we'll go to the pictures if you want. No, I've seen The Fugitive. No, what about, let's watch one with turtles in it. You get quite excited, don't you? On that song. No, I don't know.
What am I?
You're a
I'm a tortoise.
He's mental, not a tortoise. Hey, alright. Now the video coming up is one that me and Gary performed on the summer tour. We did a bit of a duet together. And I've been asking him for us to do another one on a forthcoming tour, but I don't think he'll let me. And also it's my favourite song on the Everything Changes album, and it's called Why Can't I Wake Up With You?
When are you gonna write a song for me, Gaz?
For you? When? I did start one the other day, land. Soon finished it. It's an instrumental. No, it was... I'm gonna put some words to it.
What do I think when I look in the mirror? Whoa!
I care about my appearance and that. I mean, I like to wear nice clothes.
I'm definitely not obsessed with the way I look.
At one point I used to go mad if I had a spot or something like that, but nowadays I don't really care too much. You can probably tell, actually.
Definitely not.
I never look in the mirror and go, wow, I'm a bit good looking. It's more of a presentation thing. It's not vanity. You just want to present yourself to everybody else.
I always want to look the best that I could possibly look, and I think everybody should be like that. If that's being vain, then I'm being vain. But I want to look as best I can all the time.
This is the studio that I always come to work in. It's in the middle of nowhere. In fact, my mum and dad don't even know where this place is. And it's very peaceful. There's a lady who cooks me dinner all day, and the manager of the studio is very helpful. So cheers, guys. And it's basically got everything in here I need to record this. This is what every songwriter needs. And I love to work here. This is the piano where I write all the melodies on, and a computer, which also aids me as I'm working away there. It's not a very good piano, it's just a bit basic. And that, I don't know what that does actually. Someone told me to buy it, and I don't know what the hell it does. That's a mixing desk. That's where you put all the instruments off all these keyboards, and these are actually keyboards as well. And you put them all through the mixing desk, and it's meant to make them sound good, but I've not quite mastered that yet. And then up in the corner there, I don't know if you can see it up there, but that's where you record all the vocals onto the tapes. And I often have the boys here, and it's quite good fun actually when they come down. In fact, usually it's hard to get them to come down, because I've been phoning Howard for the last 3 days to do these vocals, and he's not returning me calls. I know if you're out there, Howard, I know you were there, you were in, because every time I rung his house it was engaged, and I try and ring back and I got the answer phone again. He's still not phoned me, so you better phone me. I remember when I first got interested in music, I remember watching no, it wasn't OMD. Who was it? It was Depeche Mode. That's right, Depeche Mode, and they were singing, I just can't get enough, I just can't get enough. And I loved the beat. I remember, what's that guy from Erasure called? Vince Clarke. I remember watching him on the keyboard looking dead serious, and I thought, oh, I love that sound. I want a keyboard like that. So anyway, one Saturday morning, my mum and dad were going to Chester, and I remember my mum saying to me dad, this is the story she's told me anyway afterwards, she said, should we wake our Gary up and take him with us? My dad says, yeah, he's got everything, hasn't he? He won't be after us to buy him anything today, will he? My mum said, no, he's got everything, he can't possibly want anything else. So they got me out of bed and took me to Chester. So I headed straight for this music shop where I was thinking Vince Clarke keyboards, and I got in there, and there was this keyboard, and it started with these rhythms and things, and I thought, this is it, I want this. So I said to my dad, Dad, I want that. So he said, oh, don't ask me, you've had all the things you're getting for Christmas this year. So anyway, my mum was meeting us there, and I remember causing such a stink outside this music shop. I want that keyboard. I think I was nearly crying at the time. So anyway, my mum and dad let me wait for a week, and then they went and bought it me. So I was well happy that day. But I still don't look like Vince Clarke. I think since I've been famous, I enjoy the real simple things, the basic things like making a cup of coffee in your own house. And something I did enjoy to do a lot before I was in the group was to write music. I'm just so glad that it's still something I want to do when I get home, is to write music. Lucky for us. It's going to be the new single, that one. Basically, when I've started writing on the piano, I'll keep a tape recorder recording all the time, and I'll play it back after about half an hour, and I'll see the good bits I like and things like that. And the lyrics always come last for me. I do the lyrics just as I'm about to sing on the song. So I've got my prize lyric book somewhere, which it isn't anywhere. Someone's nicked it. Who's nicked my prize lyric book? You've got it there. Pass me that book. Yay! Watch the wire. Now this is me prize lyric book. This is, and it's really strange to look through. It's got all the songs I've ever written in here. It's full, and it's funny because every now and again you look through and you come across a piece of music that you slightly recognise. It's like, let me have a look. There's some close to here. Well, that's a good one. Love Ain't Here Anymore. That's what that looks like when I first started to write it. So it's basically just a real hit and miss situation. I just write songs and I don't really know if they're going to come out good. I just keep writing and writing, and every now and again you'll find a little star next to it, which means it's gone on an album. That'll do me. I grew up all my life in Frodsham in Cheshire. Went to school there, was born there, everything. And I remember being a real little entertainer. If it wasn't impressions of the neighbours or my mum and dad, in fact, at one time, my mum and dad thought I was going to become a magician. I was really mad on magic. And I remember doing a little magic show at one of my dad's dinners. And I cut this guy's tie off and brought it back as a full one. And everyone thought I was going to be Paul Daniels II. But when they started playing keyboards, you know, they realised that, oh, this is what he's going to do. That's obviously what he's going to do. Oliver! Come here, boys. I think we're very lucky living in England, because we have got fantastic countryside, and I love to be in the country. I come out here to record. I always bring my dogs with me. I don't know where Pete's gone, but this is my little Oliver. Now, he was our first dog. I think Oliver's about 4 now. But he's a quiet little dog, really. Sit down, boy, sit down. Oliver, sit down. That's the way. He's well trained as well, you know. But here he comes. Pete, come here, boy. Here's Peter now. He always likes coming, especially when it's raining. Hey, Pete, come here. Good lad, come here. Sit down, that's the way. He's a bit of a scraggy mess, this dog is. He needs an haircut. But Pete's Oliver's brother, but he was in the second litter of the dogs. But they always love coming in. They usually fall asleep under the mixing desk or something. Up in, here we go! Hey, up we go! I think in the last 2 years, I'm a lot more patient than I ever was before. I was always a real impatient person. I think fame can bring a lot of happiness so long as you treat it well. I think if you treat fame badly, it can backfire on you terribly. So it's just important to realise that fame, it may last forever, it may last for 2 weeks, it may last for 2 days. Just enjoy it and use it for what it is. I got off this bus once in Japan, and all of a sudden all these girls come running towards me. So I thought, well, there's nothing I can do, there's nowhere I can go, and I just stood there and they all run past me, and I looked behind me and there was Mark covered in these girls. So, you know, I like being famous, it's good. Yeah, well, I am really, really rock and roll, me, because I come off stage with that rock and roll sweat, you know, and that look in my eye that I've just been out there rocking and rolling. I kick open my hotel door, lie on the bed with all my cushions stacked behind me, and open Homes and Gardens and read up on any gardening tips or any recipes for food. And I do like, I'm a bit handy around the kitchen, as the lads will tell you. I've cooked them a chicken korma before here, and a few of my specialities. Let me have a think. Now this is a better kept secret than the ingredients for Coca-Cola. It's Barlow's banoffee pie. Now it's very simple, this, you'll get it. It's like Blue Peter. Get a whole tube of digestive biscuits and smash them all up so they're really, really crumbly. I think you've got to melt some butter to make them stick to the bottom of the pan a bit. Push them all down there, great. And get your tin of condensed milk. Now, there's a very unsafe way of doing this, and that's the way I do it. I boil it in a pan for 2 hours without taking the top off it. It doesn't explode, don't worry. Then when you take the top off, it all comes gushing out the side, and it's like caramel, it's gorgeous. Pour that on top of your digestive biscuits. Whip a bit of cream up, throw that on top of that. Cut a few bananas up, throw that on top of that, and then for the final touch, a bit of Cadbury's flake sprinkled on the top. I'll put it in the fridge for about 2 or 3 hours before you start eating it, but I'm telling you, you'll never stop. Come here, boys. It's nice weather. Always nice weather in Manchester. Always nice weather. Raining. I think there's a few fish in this pond, but I don't know where they've gone. Maybe that heron there has ate them all. I don't know. See you later.
I'm asking you what it's like to be. What is it like to be the most sexiest person in the world? And give us a few tips, love.
Do you know what I reckon?
What do
I
you
reckon one tip for a tip, actually.
All right, then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I tell you, this is my secret, and you tell me yours to these sort of Star Trek-y things.
Because you can't grow them, can you?
No.
It's an Elvis vibe. It's not a Star Trek thing, it's an Elvis vibe. Come on, then, give me a tip about what I should do.
Smile a bit.
Smile a bit.
Yeah.
I'm always
I know
smiling.
we're well hard. I know we're both well hard. That's nice, yeah. But for a while, lose that well hard image.
I can't do it.
You've got to. You've got.
I can't smile. I've got it.
That's nice.
I've got it. So, if I stay like this for a while, you think I'll win the hearts of 1,000 birds? Women.
And wink.
And wink.
Wink at the ladies.
That's Monty Python, that is.
Yeah, so a smile and a wink.
A smile, a wink. I'll give you a good tip.
All right, go on.
Never eat yellow snow. What do I spend my money on?
I like to save my money, you know, invest it.
To be honest, I don't really spend my money on much.
Just telephone calls.
I think the most extravagant thing I did with the money I've had so far is buy my mum a car.
And invest it, try and save it. I've always been a good saver.
I think I spend probably most of my money on clothes, but not silly clothes. It's just I usually go to second-hand shops and things like that, and like to get second-hand things.
I spend a lot of money on clothes. So that's about it, really. I don't do too many extravagant things.
I treated my brothers at Christmas.
I think I'm getting better and better at saving money. I want to save up now. I've got to thinking of the future, so I try and save as much as I can. You know, I was wondering...
I could smell it. Go on.
What wonder?
No, I could smell you wondering. It's your brain. You don't do it that often.
True, true. Do you know, I've been sat down, I saw you before, and you had your legs crossed.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really do it. Just move your leg. Let me show you what I meant. You were sort of sat, sort of like that.
I wasn't. I was more like that.
Like this?
With my knees close to my chest.
I've been curious of this. I've been wondering this since I must have been a wee lad, because I always used to get a bit of a complex over this thing. Which way do lads do it and which way do girls do it? I mean, which is the lads cross and which is the girly cross?
You see, if you're hard, you don't do it at all, you do that.
And so that'll keep your legs open.
Keep your legs open.
And from the rainy Manchester, we go to the other side of the world where we shot this video in Acapulco. This one's called Prey. We were on the way to Wales, weren't we, that night?
Oh,
yeah. We'd gone in at number 1.
Rehearsing for the July tour.
Yeah, that's right. There's been different points of our career where we thought, oh, wow, we've made it. We've really made it now. And that was definitely one of the points for me when I thought, oh God, we're really getting places.
Yeah, it was nice.
We went to Wales, didn't we?
Yeah.
Celebrate.
It was nice to see each other afterwards. Like we'd all travelled down, and when we met each other up at this little farmhouse in Wales where we've been rehearsing, it was just nice to see
everybody. We phoned you, didn't we?
Hugged it, yeah, we were phoning each other up in the cars. That was quite good. And the fans were all outside.
I think most of the time, we do have our own little bit of humour, don't we? And I think the English people enjoy it, but I think when we go to Europe and places like that, because you know they speak good English and that, but they're not familiar with our humour. Same with America, they're not familiar with our humour.
Especially America.
It just seems to go right over their heads completely.
A lot of the humour we do as well is all very quick and little one-liners here, and a lot of people miss them.
We have all different names for each other, and we're like screaming these things out like yeah. And people just think we're mental.
See, basically we can be sometimes misunderstood because of the language barrier and they don't know our slang or our sort of cold humour. But we always try our best to get it over. But another reason why they don't laugh is probably because none of it's funny. You ever thought about that, boys?
What's the thing that we do when we're happy? Thumbs up in it.
Listen, no, talking about songwriting, guys.
It is hard to play though, this guitar, isn't it? I tell you what, it's hard to listen to. No, I think it's pretty. It's pretty, that guitar playing.
Pretty awful.
Pretty awful.
He's got, you know, you guys, that's what I love about you. You've got all the cabaret jokes.
Do you know, Jay? That's what I love about you. Nothing.
I love you, mate. I love you, mate. I love you too. Don't
Stick together, eh?
Hey, stick together like
We're in
brothers.
hotel rooms, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Come on, brothers, look.
Brothers, see? Yeah.
This shirt, you know, it's all right. No, it's all right for the telly and that. It's all right, but when we go on stage doing gigs and that, you know. It's all right, guys. Don't be look friendship and that, but don't wear it.
You noticed I lost a lot of weight once?
Yeah, you're looking pretty good actually, I must admit.
Thank you very much.
Have you been working out?
I haven't been working out much. I've just been eating less.
Okay.
Not to say that I'm bulimic, anorexic, or any of those things for the newspapers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hello. You all right? We're going to do our individual interviews from the places we love most, and the place I love most in the whole world are Indian restaurants, as you might know. And I'm outside the Sangam restaurant. It's a restaurant, it's a curry house in a place called Rusholme, and Rusholme is in Manchester, and it's the curry town of the whole world, and I come here all the time on my days off. Sometimes I fly back from other countries just to come to Rusholme, where all the curry houses are. Let's go inside. Okay, so as I've said, I'm in the Sangam restaurant, which is a curry house in Rusholme in Manchester. And I'm here on my own, which is unusual. Normally I've got the other 4 lads sat round here, and Nigel, our manager, sat here, and whoever else over here. But I'm on my own today, I'm talking to you. So I've got my starter here. I've got some poppadoms, some barges. I don't normally have barges, I normally just have onions and chutney with poppadom. I'll give you a demo. You got your poppadom here, you break a bit off. You get your onions, Mango chutney. Now you got your starter dish. Get your popper done. Mix it all about a bit. Yeah, all the boys always taking the mickey out of me. They give me so much stick because I'm quite a healthy eater. This is my only indulgence really. I'm quite a healthy eater. I drink veg juice and eat seeds and all that. But recently, Gary, especially Gary, he's started to sort of take a leaf out of my book, and he's eating veg juice, he's eating loads of fruit, he's drinking loads of juices, and he's starting to look better and he's starting to feel better. So one up to me, Gaz. Sorry, mate. When we're going on tour promotion, like just going to different countries, I can't get the food I like, you know, the food that's good for me. So I bring my own, and I've got like a little briefcase that again the lads give me stick for because I look like a businessman going through the airport, and it's got like pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds and sunflower seeds, which is my 3-seed mixture, and it keeps me healthy. I swear by it, it keeps me going. And the lads are starting to have a bit of that on the cereal now as well. They're starting to sprinkle the old seeds on the old muesli, and that's my idea. They call me deep, they call me a deep hippie, you know, because I read a lot of books, and I don't know, I've always liked to read, and like especially these days we do get a lot of time travelling on planes and stuff, and I've got all these books in my briefcase with my seeds, and one of the books I was reading like a couple of weeks ago was The Teachings of Buddha. I'm not going to be a Buddhist or anything, but I found it dead interesting because it's a very positive book, you know, and the lads took the mickey out of me for that. They do it all the time. I'm in the band so they can take the mickey out of me. Yeah, so we're in Spain, right, and I decided I was going to go on a detoxification diet. Now, a detoxification diet is where you starve yourself for 2 days. You just eat fresh fruit and fresh veg, you know, nothing else. And I told the lads I was going to do it around breakfast, and like they were all up for it. They said, "Yeah, Jay, we're going to join you. You know, we're going to go on this detox diet with you." And Gary especially was like dead keen for it. Anyway, so it's for 2 whole days. Okay, so it come to lunchtime that day, and all our stomachs were rumbling a little bit. You know, we're getting a bit peckish. And it was Mark. He had to, I think he had a bit of cheese on toast or something. He couldn't resist a bit of cheese on toast, so he was out the competition. That evening at the hotel, we were sat downstairs in the bar, myself, Gary and Mark, and Howard was upstairs and was like, "Where's Howard gone?" Like that. And we went over to his room and we knocked on his door and he wouldn't answer. We got him to the door eventually, and he came to the door and he had grease all over his face and cheese dripping down from his teeth. You know, and bits of toast in between his teeth. And so we'd sussed him out. We knew he'd been eating. He was dead embarrassed about that. So it was only myself and Gary left. Robbie didn't go in the competition. He wasn't interested. So myself and Gary the next day starved ourselves the whole day. And I have to say a round of applause for Gary because he lasted for the 2 days, and I never thought he would. He gave me a lot of abuse for it. He shouted at me and cursed me, you know. He was dead keen at first when he had a full breakfast on him. He said, "Yeah, I can do it for 2 days." But by the end of the 2 days, he was looking really weak, really pale, and he was shouting at me. But he did it. Well done, Gaz. So I've just finished my starter, and I'm waiting for my main course. It's due here any time.
Yes.
Hang on a minute.
Here is naan.
Hey.
Your vegetable madras. Pillow rice.
Lovely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Did you see him smile for the camera then? Got a veg madras here. That's what I like to eat. It's really hot. It's not the hottest, but it's got plenty of bite to it. Bit of pillow rice, which is like a fried rice. And that. Bit of naan bread to dip in. And you get it all together on the plate. It's great. Let's dig in. When we're on stage singing, is now and again I'll go to a mic with Robbie and like do a little bit of a sing, and you know, I've started to smell of curry quite a lot because I've eaten so many, and so when I'm singing out, Rob's getting like my breath all over his face. It usually sends him right off key. Now and again I'll get Gary to come out with me. I'll just phone him up like, and it can be midday, and I'll fancy a bit of a lunch, you know, down the curry house. And I have to drag him away from his studio, and he comes down and we have a curry together. Spontaneous curries are the best. Just going, fancy a curry. Spontaneity is good.
Jason, I'd like to present you the honor of King Nan.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Hey, this means this is Jay, as you can see, and I'm Jay. And we had a competition, the boys and me. We had a competition to see who could consume the most curries in a month, and the winner would receive a naan bread on a necklace. Oh, the necklace just broke. It's not a good one, this, mate. It's not a good one. So we're gonna let this harden now, and then varnish it, and then I wear it as a chain, and everybody know I'm King Nan. Yeah, we just devised this competition. We thought, we eat so many curries, let's see who could consume the most curries and the hottest curries. And it was myself and Howard neck and neck all the way, because Howard's a good curry eater. But I just pipped him out the post, and now I've won this. And every time we sit down for a curry, I've got to wear this round my chain at the head of the table, and the lads all serve me drinks and that. You know, and just treat me like the king while we have a meal. This is the kind of humour we get up to on the road. You know, when you've been together with the same people for so long, you go a bit mad. You're like the king while we have a meal. This is the kind of humour we get up to on the road. You know, when you've been together with the same people for so long, you go a bit mad, and you start to develop your own unique sense of humour. And King Nan is just that. Yeah, I grew up in a place called Wythenshawe. Although it is the biggest council estate in Europe, every road, every green, every street holds a memory for me, because I've been down every place there. And as I say, I've got loads of really good friends there, and I've played football with, you know, all my schoolmates, Simo and Ellie and all them, you know, on the field and that, close to my house. And, you know, I've been down the park of an evening, you know, and messed up the bowling green. But I don't know, I'm not really a vandal. You know, and had my first kiss at Ollie Edge Park and that, you know. When I go home, I can go and have a drink and stuff with old friends and that, and people know me because they've known me all my life, and I'm not famous there, really. You know, so they just treat me like Jason Orange, who I used to be, and who I still am as it goes. I'm still me.
Jason thinks he's the curry guy, doesn't he? But I mean,
He's not a curry guy.
what do we have? We go in the curry and we have fouls. What does he have? Come there. Exactly. King Nan. I'll give him bloody King Nan.
I'll give him King Nan.
Yeah, this curry, definitely 8 out of 10, and it's definitely quite hot, which brings me to a link of a video. Relight my fire. Enjoy it.
Since we've become famous, there's so much happening for us, and I must admit I love every minute of it, but I still feel as though there's a lot more for us to do, and a lot more places for us to go.
It's funny, really, because I was just the other day watching an interview that Billy Connolly gave, and the question was, are you happy about, you know, your success? And are you happy with all that money? Are you really happy? And he gave the answer that I would have given. Of course I am.
I think fame brings a lot of happiness. I think it can also bring a bit of sadness to your life, as in loneliness.
The more famous we've become, the more introverted I've become.
When you get famous and you get a certain amount of money and material things, you sort of realise how actually unimportant they are. You know, I mean, fame's great. I don't want to sound ungrateful. Fame's brilliant. It puts a smile right on my face.
We do enjoy being really ambitious, and I think if you play it safe, you don't really gain anything. And I think we do that with also the singles we record and very often the videos we make. And it's just, I mean, it gives you a little bit more, gives you a little bit more interest. If there's something you're dreading on the tour and you know you've got to get it right, then you're going to try that bit harder. And it's good to make a nice athletic show that'll keep you fit and making sure that you're going to give 110%. Listen, Jay, there's just one other thing I've got to mention. When I get my hair cut again different, will you not copy me this time? You used to have yours short, didn't you? You used to have it, that little thing, didn't you?
I push my hair forward. Next minute, who comes walking out the house? Do you know what I mean? Don't copy me.
Hang on,
Don't
Gary.
copy me style.
Listen, no, before we go on about imitation, right? I bought a pair of these the other day. That's a look on your feet.
Don't lie, we're both giving them.
They're both freebies.
I was just thinking, you know, considering we're so hard,
Yeah.
and we get the ladies and that, we don't need the other three. We could just nick off and make our own group.
What would we call ourselves?
That's what I was trying to think.
What could we be called?
I don't know, you know. The other two. No, somebody's done that one. These two. No.
Little and large.
No. The hard ones, who used to be in Take That but split up because they get all the birds and didn't need the other three. We could call ourselves that, couldn't we?
But they have 2 tattoos.
They have 2
Look,
tattoos.
get the tattoos, gotta get tattoos in. Good day to you. This is our house in the little town of Oldham, up near Manchester. And this is what's left of our back wall. As you can see, girls from all over have come up and left their mark. Look at this. Let me find some for you, so that I can read. Mark Owen, you were well fit. Phone us on 0204. No, I won't read the number. Mark Owen, I want to suck. Better not read that one. Let me find some more. Blackpool. We've got Blackpool on here. We've got some foreign ones saying, oh, by the way, this is Nirvana, my lizard. And it's a little bit cold out here today because it's not the nicest of days, so we can't keep it out here that long. But we're having a swell time and we're going to show you around our little house. I'm going to talk to you about things that we've been up to. I remember when all this graffiti stuff started off, my mum used to come out here every day with a scrubbing brush and a bucket and start scrubbing it all off. That's why there's a lot of white patches where she got a bleach on the wall. She's into being clean, my mum, and she used to clean all the neighbours' walls as well. But after a while, I think she just gave up. It hasn't really got any better. I need to send her out here again. She's not earning her wages, is she? This is my favourite. I love Mark. He's better than Rob, Gary, Howard, and Jason. Love Mark and Nirvana. It's a good one. Find some more. Gail was here on the 21st of the 10th, 93, which was in October. Excuse me, my Liz has decided to take a little view of this wall. He wants to get a bit closer. Mark loves Kelly, and Kelly loves Mark. But then underneath she's put Kelly loves Robbie, so she's going to have to make her mind up, really. This is our little alleyway, and me and my brother, Daniel, have had many games of football up here. We played cricket, I think, once as well. But we didn't really enjoy playing out here. We used to enjoy playing in the backyard, and I'll show you that in a bit. But this is my local area. I've been around here now for about 9 years. I've got lots of great friends around here. I remember I was playing with our Daniel once, and we started playing Wally, kicking it as hard at each other as we could, and I was aiming towards the window. And I thought I was like good at football and I could learn how to keep a ball down, so I whacked this ball and it just went straight through the window. But my mum wasn't that minded about the window going through. She was more minded with the fact that I was trying to change the window myself and get a new one in without her knowing, and I had about 3 massive cuts on my fingers and things. She was more angry about that, which was good. I was happy about that. But at my school, I used to walk to school. I used to go in and out the back way because we didn't like using the front door. My mum didn't like us to walk through the house with dirty shoes, so she used to make us leave, go in and out through the back door. And we used to walk to the school with my brother and sister in the mornings. He's got his feet in the air. Alright, it's getting a little bit cold out here. It's and we're losing a bit of light, so we're going to go inside, alright, and have a look inside. So come with me. You alright up there, Vanna? We're going indoors, mate. See you later. Okay, welcome to In Bed with Mark Owen and his lizard. Or should I say, with Nirvana and his friend. Now then, as you see around the room, I've been in this room now for many years. And these are some of my football trophies. Unfortunately, I haven't won any for a while because I haven't played football for quite a time. But I had quite a nice selection at one point, but I think Daniel, we've been away so long, Daniel sort of changes them around for some of his because he's playing football now, so a lot of mine have been shoved into a cupboard somewhere, but there's still a few knocking about. Daniel sleeps on a bed just here, so we're still sharing a bedroom. When we first moved in here, we actually had one big double bed that came out of this wall, a big double bed like this, and there was all football posters up here, and me, my sister and Daniel used to share the bed together. I used to always sleep in the middle because I was the oldest, and I remember
I used to hold on to my brother and sister because I used to think if any monsters came to get me, then they've got to take them too as well. So they weren't too happy with that. They thought I was just being nice and being kind, but I used to always think if any monsters came, then they take us all, and then I'll be alright. Right, this is my friend Nirvana, and I think I should tell you a little bit like him, seeing as he's been starting in this video with me. He's sticking his tongue up. Dup dup, dup dup. Me tongue, dup dup. Oh, he won't do anything for camera, really, eh? He's not very good at that stuff. Well, I've had him now about a year and a half. I got him on our first ever tour. He's outgrowing me. Soon I'm going to have to give him his own room, so I think me and Daniel are moving outside in a bit, out to the shed, and this is going to be his room because he's getting a bit big. Now, I always thought he was a bit of a vegetarian, but I've just found out today, while you lot have been here, that my dad on the slide does actually feed him a little bit of ham, and he does seem to enjoy that a lot more than lettuce, I must admit. Don't you? Eh? He's not really the most entertaining of animals. He sort of just sits here and closes his eyes a little bit, but he's good for me because he helps me to relax, because once you've sat and watched him for a bit, you always fall asleep. Say hello. Look at the camera. Up there. Group shot. Do the smile. Now the moody look. Very good. Now, as I was saying, my mum is probably the cleanest person I know, and she cleans everything. She believes in looking after everything, and she's probably, one day she thought, now do Mark a favour and I'll water his lizard. Could you give him a little spray with a water can once a day? Now, she must have been at the time in the middle of cleaning my bedroom, and she got a little bit confused, and by accident she picked up the furniture polish spray instead of the water spray and sprayed him with furniture polish. I think that's where he got his bright colour from then. But he didn't do him too much harm. He came on quite well. We sort of gave him a polish with a polish cloth, and he came up quite nice, to be honest. So he's not done you any harm, I don't think. That's it. You still talk to me, don't you? Still good friends, aren't we? I'm still crazy for talking to you, aren't I? Am I going mental? What's the going? I've always been mental. Now, the other lads haven't really talked much about the lizard. When I first got him, I video cameraed him and brought him in to see him, and they weren't too impressed. And to be honest, since I got him, they haven't been around, so I think they're a little bit scared of him. I think they're a little bit frightened of him. They try and hide it, and obviously, but I think there's a few nerves setting in. They see him as a threat to their position in the band, I think. Are you still alright down here? We're not keeping you too long, are you? You want overtime? Extra money? It's great, I don't ask for that. What do you mean? Hey? You want them to go home now? 10 minutes and then we'll kick them out, okay? Okay. Sorry, just gotta keep my main man happy. My little house, it's a beautiful little place. It's my little place to relax. I come home here and I've got my mum, dad and brother and sister, and nothing at all has changed. I come in from wherever I've been, maybe Japan, and empty my cases out, turn the washing machine on, probably do that for a few hours, and then fill up my black bags, take them down to the laundrette, which is just a few yards down the road, with a little lady in there. She always helps with me drying. She helps me to fold up my clothes when I'm finished. So I just love getting back here. People have always said, wouldn't you like to move to London? It'd be far easier and things like that, but this is our way of getting away from it, I think. We come back here and I can go and watch my brother playing football at the weekends, or go to the pictures with my sister. The other week, my mum and my dad and my brother and sister and myself, we all went to the pictures, which is the first time I can remember us all going out as a family for must be about 5 years, and the first time I've ever seen my mum and dad in a cinema. I couldn't believe it, but they were just walking around amused by it all. My mum and dad, big smiles on their faces. They looked dead sweet in the cinema with all these young people, and there's my mum and dad in the middle of them buying the sweets and the popcorn and things. But it's just so nice. They help me to relax. Apart from when chart positions are coming up, because my mum's like, what number are you? What's coming out? What you doing? Or when things are in the newspapers, because then she's as bad. She's like, what's this in the newspaper? Did you say bugger off on telly? Did you say bugger off? You shouldn't be saying bugger off. That was an accident, by the way. To all you people who watch Live and Kicking, I'm very, very sorry. Please don't send any more complaints, because my mum keeps battering me. Yeah, well, when I'm on the road, I must admit, I like to be quite a tidy guy. I like to keep my room in order. Put all my clothes in the wardrobe, Put all my stuff nicely set up in the bathroom, put my little toothbrush and toothpaste in the little cup. You know, it's the way I like to be, but then when I get home, I just like to slog it out, put my feet up and basically just make my mum and my sister do everything. Yeah, I'll make you your beer in a minute. I'll just finish the washing up. Yeah, and then I'll feed the dogs. Yeah, I've already washed out the goldfish. Okay, the day's pretty much come to an end. You see me round our little house in Oldham. I'd just like you to say hello to my bestest friend. This is Rebel. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. And it's food time for him. And it's pretty much tea time for me as well, I think. So you have your tea. And I'll go and get mine. See you later, mate. Bye-bye. Let's have a look at your tattoo. Can I see it?
Do you really want it?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Let's have a quick peep.
I've got to get my pants down.
It's alright, don't worry. See that's... Have you seen mine?
No. Well, I have, yeah, but for the purpose of the cameras.
I mean, yours is nice, isn't it? Mine's a bit like... I think mine's like tattoos are us, isn't it?
Tattoos are us. It's a bit... It's one of those eco-friendly ones, isn't it?
Yours looks a bit more like
mine's a bit morbid and nasty.
Looks like
Yours is a bit happy and smiley and play schooly.
Yeah, mine's green, innit? Recognise that song? It's my first go at singing lead vocal, and the video's coming up now. We shot it in London, in a little rural area. I did all the work on this video, I must admit, just like I am doing today. All the other lads stayed in bed till 4 in the afternoon while I was up at 6 in the morning. This is my first go at lead vocal I was singing, and it's made. I just remember on the tour, doing me like my fire when we was trying to put the biggest thing down our, down our pants.
Didn't really like
to get the biggest packet.
With the big...
I don't think there's any point, other than touring, where you're as close to each other as when you're on tour. I mean, it's completely a band thing, being on tour. Is all the other people that are a big part of your life while you're doing everything else. It's all of a sudden you five when you get out there, and you're never closer. What do we get up to on the bus? We sleep a lot. We do a lot of sleep. I usually get out of bed on the bus. Get out of bed in the hotel in the morning and get straight on the bus and back in bed again.
We watched 30, on the last tour I think we watched about 30 films, didn't we? 33 different films.
34,
so
wasn't it?
We watch a lot of videos. And
Was it 33?
I don't know, we watch a lot of videos and
we eat lots of...
just sit around, eat a lot of food. We always get
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Drink a lot of tea.
I would mess my studio up a bit.
Did he?
Yeah. Coffee cups everywhere.
He's like that, Howard, though, isn't he? He is.
Walked all the muck in from outside.
You know, all due respect to Howard, but I've got no respect for him. No, I'm only joking. All due respect to Howard, he's really, you know, I don't think he means to do it, but he leaves mess, doesn't he? You know, he asks to borrow my toothpaste often, or my shaving cream, you know, in hotels.
Yeah.
And I get it back, but without the lid.
I'm Jules!
Isn't it that fella from the new religious sect who go around praying like that? Oh, he is, and he's...
I tell you who's messy though. Robbie's messy, isn't he?
Oh.
You can't beat Rob for a good mess.
Let's talk about Robin, who's messy.
If Rob comes in your room, you can guarantee it'll look like someone else's room by the time he's left, wouldn't you?
He must take his shirt off and throw it over there.
Yeah.
Then he's supposed to take his jeans off and throw it over there.
And kick his shoes off.
Trainers.
Over that way.
He must do that.
Yeah.
He must.
Nice one, Rob. Tell you what, Mark's room's good though, innit?
Oh, it's that cute.
It's like the downstairs of Armani, innit, eh? Suits and clothes hanging up on the curtains and things being ironed by the shower over the bath.
Yeah.
He's got a little trick, Mark has. It's great. He says, if you ever want anything ironing, Gaz, and you haven't got an iron, hang it up in the shower and let the steam get to it. And that always irons it out. So, I've just got to get a shirt now.
Welcome to the wonderful world of ironing.
And the next video you're going to see is a Beatles arrangement we did for the Brit Awards. I hope you enjoy it.
You know, now you've started playing the guitar and stuff, and I've already played the piano, we could get a bit of a force going, you know. Without them other three, we don't need them anyway.
Off, here, shall, then, try. Aha! I'm here, at the Vale. Pinnacle of my success here. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna show them my silky Brazilian styles and my skills. They can't refuse me. I'm a top pop star. I'm by beloved Vale Park, as you can see, and you know it's a game of two halves, so stay around and join me on the terraces. All right, you. Here's the young Port Vale lad, making his debut appearance. Well, started coming to Port Vale when I was about 6 or 7, and I used to stand here where these seats are. Sounds funny, but about 3 seasons ago they changed all the standing to seats, which caused a bit of a lack of atmosphere, if you ask me. But I used to enjoy standing at the top end over there, which you can't see at the moment, jumping up and down in the first half as the boys would be shooting up that way, and then the second half would just all change because the boys would be shooting down there. We'd go and stand and give it a bit of Johnny Roger's Black and White Army, we're so good, it's unbelievable, and all that madness and utter rubbish. I can remember when I was 15, and it was the last match of the season, and there's a song at the Vale, and it goes, are you ready? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Give me a V, V. Give me an A, and onwards. And somebody has to start this song, Are You Ready? I was about 15, and I was stood down at the barriers, just ready to jump onto the pitch, and I turned around to all the crowd, and I went, are you ready? And they just looked at me. I didn't say anything at all, so I had to pretend I was drunk. I went, are you sure? Give it a V. V. Give it an A. I was like, Tommy Cooper, that's funny. Oh. Who's ready for the cross? Puts one in. Now, in this little plastic bag right here, as you can see, we've got what Stoke is renowned for, really. And this is Stoke in my hands, as you can see. It's an oat cake. And if we unravel it, to see the delights. I did ask for onions on this, by the way. It's just cheese in the potteries, but that'll do, I'll have a bit of that. It's the oat cake, and it's gorgeous, and there's various little oat cake shops all around Stoke-on-Trent, and I've not found one bad one yet. When I'm at home, I do various things to relax, really, apart from coming down to the Vale. You know, just generally have a laugh. I go rollerblading, fall over, get up again, go back home. I don't know. I do a lot of things, you know. I have a pretty relaxing time when I come back to Stoke-on-Trent. I see Stoke as a sort of a place where I come to put my feet back firmly on the ground. I can remember doing the English tour, and it was a 23-dater. We did the 23 dates. After the 23rd date, flew down, we went to the Smash Hits Pole Awards and did that. And, you know, a day of glory and everything, and all the other groups were going off to the party and everything after the Smash Hits Pole Awards. And we had to go home because we were so tired. And I can remember that evening, we won all these awards, and then I just walked into the pub, ordered myself a low brow, sat down and played pool. And it was just like 2 totally different worlds, but I'm part of both of these worlds, and it's not that difficult to adjust when you come home, really, because it's been there all of your life. I think it's more difficult to go back because that hasn't always been part of your life. There's a lot of lovely little bits about Stoke-on-Trent, believe it or believe it not. If I say to people, I'm from Stoke-on-Trent, they go, where? And they've normally passed through it in the train or passed through it in a bus, I don't know, or in a car, but never actually stopped. But I'm telling you, there's a load of lovely areas around here. You want to get yourself up, youth? There's all the golf courses are lovely. There's all the parks are lovely. There's some lovely areas, I'm telling you. I live in a right nice area, me. And, you know, I like going to walk the dogs. We used to walk the dogs a lot until she died. But I'm over that now. Used to go walking the dogs up Parkhall and different places, going round Bath Pool, falling in, getting contaminated with radioactive waste, all that stuff. People ask us, there's a lot of talk about you moving down to London and everything. Well, I can't fathom that out, really, because we've never said ever that we were going to move down to London. No, disrespect it to London and all that, innit? But I don't think we'll be popping down there just yet. I figured if we live down there, the record company will be working us to death every day. And we figured that if we live in Manchester, the record company think, well, that's 5 aeroplane tickets. We've got to fly them down from Manchester to London. That costs how much? Oh, we won't get them to do it. So, you know, less work if you live in Manchester or Stoke-on-Trent, I reckon. When I was being brought up in a very female environment, I suppose, you know, my mother, my sister, my grandmother, and God knows I'm such a talented footballer. I don't know, should be able to play netball a bit better, I don't know. But they brought me up, did a good job, hopefully, and people see me as this brash character, fun-loving, this, that, and the other, and that's just me for the cameras, really. I'm just a soft lad at heart, you know. I like a bit of a laugh every now and again, but I get a bit soppy too. And I think that's the feminine side in me. Very feminine every now and again. Not wearing dresses or anything like that, don't worry. But just a bit feminine every now and again. My mum, obviously, as you know, means a lot to me, and she's got various stories that she tells everybody about how when I was a kid, you know, following suit of being mental when I was older. But we used to own a pub in a little town in Stoke-on-Trent, and one day I got all the takings from the tills, and the tills had been collecting for about 2 months. Picked up all the money, it was about £2,000. I was only a little kid. And proceeded to go to the top of the window, and it was on a match day actually, near the Vale, and chuck £2,000 out of the window at people passing in the street. I got all the dirty laundry, all the bras, all the knickers, and just threw them out. Hey, see me. As it comes to maturing in any way, I think I'm going backwards. I think I was more mature when I was about 13 or 14, and as the years progress, I find that it's easier to be slightly insane than to be sane. You get away with a lot of things. People go, oh, he's a bit mad. We'll let him get away with that. And it's the young Vale lad. His debut appearance. Comes out, stands at the touchline, shows his appreciation to the fans. Thank you very much for coming down. Thank you. Guarantee a goal today. And it's the young Williams lad from Stoke-on-Trent. He's up the pitch now, takes it down the wing, puts it past one player, brings it down, takes it outfield. It could be his debut goal on his debut appearance for the Vale. He looks up, he sees the keeper's out, and he shoots. Goal! He's on the pitch line, does the Williams Samba. Damn! I'm so good. I'm so good. I am no. I'm too good. And that's the 7th time the keeper's pulled the ball out from the young Stoke lad. Hey, Mr. Bell, chairman of Port Vale FC there. Hey, he's God in this area. So you've seen my Brazilian skills. You've seen how skillful a player I am. You've seen me score. Tell me, do I make the team on Saturday?
No, I think you're better sticking to singing. You're making a tremendous job of that. I think leave Port Vale to the team and myself, and I only hope we make the success you do in singing.
Well, I'll stick to singing then.
I should.
I'm off. What do you mean I should? The next one.
I was sat in my living room watching the telly and I heard and there was this guy upside down. He'd been in my tree with a camera and he'd fell and been caught and he was upside down. He'd been caught on a branch and had all his trousers ripped. I had to phone the police.
So you know the moral of that story, don't you?
Don't. You're a very naughty person. Don't go in his garden again.
Photographers shouldn't go up trees of people's homes because they get the trousers ripped and the police called out upon them.
The policeman hits him with a truncheon.
Show him how he does it. So what happened to you? We did this TV in Germany one time and it was like a national, really important television we had to do out there. And now and again we do a bit of a cappella singing. And Gary starts off and we're all supposed to come in. So he starts off and we all did come in, we all started singing together. And this was live TV in Germany and something made us giggle. It's usually Rob pulls a silly face, something like that. And slowly each one of us dropped out one at a time and Gary was singing on his own. So what was supposed to be a group like harmonies and that, it was just Gary singing alone and we were all just laughing our heads off.
I haven't carried on because I knew if I dropped out that would be it. The show would stop.
But the worst time to laugh is when you're not supposed to be laughing, but that's the funniest time and that you just carry on laughing.
Giggle fits of us all has got to be Jason. Once you get started,
he's the worst.
He just never stops.
Jason and Howard.
I remember that day we did an interview for the Ozone and I bet they didn't use much of it because it was these two and just in fits of laughter, wasn't it, all the time.
Right. We did this interview one time at our fan club and the TV programme wanted us to go through our fan mail, you know, and find a letter. Find a letter and read it out, you know, find a letter that was addressed to you and read it out. And
we couldn't find one, could we?
Howard or me couldn't find one for ages, and we had this big pile in front of us and we're searching through it. It was making us laugh because it was on TV, and we couldn't find one fan letter, and we're both crying with laughter because every letter we picked up was either to Rob, to Mark, or to Gary.
You know what, Jay? I went home and I cried that night.
I tell you what, mate. Do you fancy starting your own group up? Just me and you. Hey? 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 That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Excellent.
Hey. Ditch them, come on, mate. Gazug.
Come on, mate. I love you.
It's a gentleman's agreement.
I love you.
I love you, mate. I love you.
Okay, dude.
What's up, dude? Come on, surf's up. Let's go and hit some tarmac.
Let's do it, brother. Hey, it's a good wave today.
I bet the tarmac's really good round
It's a good
here.
wave, man.
I'm telling you.
All right, brother surfer.
Hey, what's up, surf dude? Take it easy, chilling, yeah. Let's place here, man. This looks a good place.
This is a good spot.
Hey, there's plenty of babes around here. You ready?
Yo, check out the babes.
Yo, check.
Crap, these aren't they on the net?
Might have a smile on its face. This is the new doll of me. It might have a smile on its face, but it's hard. You haven't even seen its right hook yet. Because it comes from Wythenshawe. You know that rough council estate I was telling you about before. I'm with you, brother. Okay, right.
Go.
Right.
Yeah, there's some fella surfers coming down.
Dudes here.
Fella it's the police. It's the police.
It's the police.
It's the police.
I think he looks like me, but he actually gets more girls than me. Gets more women.
Wait, it's a white surf.
Whoa! Surf peace!
Hey, peace. Whoa!
I tell you I'm here again. Where have you been?
We said goodbye.
I'm here again.
Look what you've done.
What you've done?
Look what you've done. I'm headless.
So am I.
I'm chinless.
Let's move on. Let's
move on. Yo, dude, what a session that was.
What a session, what a session.
Listen, lads, there's one thing I don't like in the band, and that's jealousy. You know, I've been getting good recently with a few dance moves. I know you use the choreographers and stuff, you know, you don't want to be showing up, but I'm going to have to show the audience out there who's watching a few little dance moves. Okay, lads, are you ready, eh? What's up, lads? Lads? The reason why we've got these dolls is because it's in conjunction with the next song. In fact, it's got no particular reason at all, has it?
So what's the next song, Gary?
Yeah, Gary, what song are we singing next?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, Gary, tell us.
This one's called Love Ain't Here Anymore.
No way, this is one of my favourites.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
No, it isn't.
Hey, let's all do it together. No, don't fight. No, hey. Let's all introduce it together, lads.
Yeah.
Come on, stand down here. Come and join me.
Let's jump for joy.
After three, are you ready? 3. Love ain't here anymore.
Mexican wave, Mexican wave.
I'm back.
What? This isn't my shirt. Take it off. Take it off. Get off, you fool. I'm doing you fool.
Kiss him. Kiss him to death.
Well, I'm soaking now.
Can we just do one more?
No, you can't do one more. I tell you, there's one thing about going around the world that I love.
What's
I don't
that,
know about
mate?
you. It's that, I don't know if you've noticed, but I recall every town by the restaurant that's in it. I mean, if you talk about Amsterdam, you're talking about the best Indian in the world, aren't you? Talk about Cologne in Germany, you're talking about the best French Italian restaurant you're ever going to get.
We did that answer in sign language.
Actually, come to think of it, you you are looking a little...
No.
You are looking like you've been around the world a couple of times, sampling good food. What did I learn?
I've learnt about different cultures in different countries.
What did I learn?
About people an awful lot, about trusting people, not other people you can't trust.
What did I learn? What have I learned? What have I learned through being with Take That? I've learned how to compromise for other people.
I've travelled all the way around the world.
I've learnt about how people are, the way they are.
Experienced different cultures, tasted different foods.
There's so many things. I mean, I've learned. The 5 of us have become so close over the last 4 years, and I've learned so much about them.
I travel around the world.
I've learned how to handle myself in different situations, and I've learned how to cope with different people.
It sort of gives you different ways of looking at things, where it sort of widens your horizons,
I think I've surprised myself in a lot of ways. I think my determination and I think as a band the way we've come on has surprised a lot of people.
I suppose I'm more tolerant now, but I don't think that growing up I was not tolerant of different races or different kinds of people.
I've studied the map so many times on the plane, so I suppose I've learnt about geography when I was absolutely useless at school.
The experiences, the places we've travelled to. I mean, we're just learning all the time.
Overall, I've learnt a whole lot.
My special place is my home, my own house. It's a great feeling knowing that, I've bought this house and that stool's mine and that waste bin's mine, and it's just like a territorial feeling. It's good.
My special place is at home, nowhere else.
I love the sea. I like to swim in the sea. I like to just look at the sea.
My special place is a tree at the side of the house, and when I was younger I used to spend like hours up there just sitting on the top of the tree. It wasn't a tree house or anything. I used to sit up there and collect my thoughts, deep at 5. It wasn't easy.
Thanks everybody for watching this video. If you've sat through it till now, you deserve a big certificate. Thank you everybody, see you soon.
See you.
Bye.